Based on 2023, Itasca County has 450 deaths per year in the county. 49 to 51 bodies get sent for autopsy, and the funeral homes charge roughly $1,700 per case of transport to the funeral home. That'd roughly be about $83,000. Meds One stored bodies in limbo that we are waiting to make a decision on for $200 to $300 per body, and we're unknown of that case because the last numbers I had were 2022 and the numbers were really high. So I don't have good 2023 numbers on them cases. So there could be many more that just sit in the morgue prior to going to the funeral home. But again, with North taking over, we've lost all of our non-hospital death morgue opportunity. And then the EMS services also got paid to do a scene to morgue at $175 per case. And North is no longer doing those either. So we need to figure out the scene to morgue, the morgue, and either morgue to funeral home or scene to funeral home or scene to Midwest. That's all needs to be figured out. So I would say very conservatively, would cost the county around $95,000 a year, give or take, rough numbers. Eric, when we met with me and Brett, met with him, and he said he's at about like $2,000 this year as far as ambulances paid out to from scene to morgue. But again, we don't have a morgue. There's going to be a cost to finding a morgue as well. So I'll have to start. So the benefit of a decision, whether it's an employee or I know to go to start working a contract with funeral homes for this void.
Can we utilize any employee in your department, or would some part of this or all of it require any amount of specialized certification or training?
Statute says if law enforcement is going to transport, it has to be licensed staff. If it's a funeral home, they can act under the license, but the funeral home charges what they charge too.
Just so the public knows as well, we own the transportation unit already, correct?
Correct. And there's $65,000 left in the corner account this year. So that would
To offset some of this.
offset the employee this year.
The other benefit is that this new position or the employee that'll be in that position, it's not 100% of the time that they're running chasing bodies. I mean, we all know that. So it gives the sheriff an opportunity to use that individual to help offset other duties within the department. It might be overtime or whatever it might be.
You already have the vehicle. I'm sure you can find something for temporary storage if needed.
I worked a deal with North Memorial where they would sell their morgue unit, which holds 3 bodies, for substantially lower. It'd be $2,000.
And having had an opportunity to study those numbers a little bit, I personally support looking at the internal model and seeing if we can't make that less expensive to the taxpayers, because it's a necessary service that the sheriff's department has to provide to the entire county. And I think our only approach is to try and choose the direction that is less expensive to the taxpayer.
Yeah. Next week?
Next
or
week.
Action this week? Or
The will of the board.
When do you need something?
As long as I know a direction, I'm fine with moving things to next week or whatever. But as long as I kind of have a general idea, I'm fine with whatever.
But there's no clear message at this point from North Memorial when they're going to just stop providing this service, correct?
No, they said they would show me some grace here, because it was just in a normal conversation that it was brought up. So I knew that they didn't fancy the idea of it, but I didn't know how quick it would come to an end.
Very good.